You know what's one of the funniest things to never happen in Resident Evil? Alice. She was one character that I am so glad was never pushed into the game series. My god, maybe even Capcom at one point was like, yeah, we should not include her, dude. Like even they were probably looking at Paul W.S. Anderson's films and being like, come on, dude, get it right. Stop pushing your wife into these movies. We want to see something cool. When are you gonna come to us for advice? They're like, no, that's not gonna happen. Nope, we have to go to his green screen gymnasium and get advice from him? Pfft, the bastard. Nah, man. That's probably what happened. I don't know, like, if that really is the reason. Maybe they did. I hope they did. I hope they at one point were like the fans and could see that Paul was ruining the franchise. He wasn't doing them any favors. He wasn't doing us any favors for shit. Maybe, heck, I can't even say they were doing the Resident Evil Fast and Furious fans like any favors either. Like, I bet you even those guys were like, come on, dude. Come on. Stop with these movies. When are you gonna just stop with Alice and concentrate on an actual story from the games? Never. It was always about his wife. So yeah, I believe Capcom was likely tired of her ass as well. But before they were, let's see, I think they liked it at first though. I really do think that they were fans at one point, because look at the Outbreak games, for example. The Outbreak games, they straight up took the same font from the Resident Evil movie, the first Paul W.S. Anderson flick, and they used it for the Outbreak logo. That's insane, right? That shows you that they had to have been fans. Not to mention, Yoko is clearly a reference to Milla's character Alice, an Umbrella employee that had amnesia. It's like, man. Yeah, that was the closest to a reference. That's why in my Outbreak comic, I'm changing Yoko so she's not a reference to Alice, but instead she's a whole character of herself, you know? And yeah, so she's not going to be walking around being like, who are you? What? What is this? No. She's an Umbrella scientist. She's going to need some deceiving here and there. She's going to need to show some true personality, not just confusion 24/7. Hell, even in the Outbreak games, we never did get her to snap out of it. She was always still just, oh, what's this? Let's see. So I know they were fans during the Outbreak series because of the font and Yoko as a reference. There was also an alternate costume, maybe you could say the alternate costume for Alyssa Ashcroft, the one with the red dress. Maybe that was also like a callback to Alice's first outfit. Maybe, I think so. Then let's see, we also have the Chronicles games. Can't say they weren't fans of the flicks either. Why? Because they also threw in the Red Queen. Yeah, the Red Queen, they slapped her in the Resident Evil 1 storyline. She takes place right there, right as soon as Wesker was supposed to croak, but then he revived himself. Then suddenly, when he's like trying to activate, I think he was trying to activate the self-destruct sequence, that's when the computer is like, no. Like it fights back or so, and he's like, huh? He's like, who is this? And it's like, I am the Red Queen. I was like, oh, interesting. Another interesting thing about it was that they threw in their own spin. Well, at least according to the Resident Evil Wikipedia, because they said there's also a White Queen. Now, I've completed both Chronicles games, and not once did I run into the White Queen. And when I mean complete, I got all the secret scenarios. And man, that game series was awesome too. Those two Chronicles games, yeah, I gotta make a vid on those as well. And more Ghetto Vision live streams, right? So those were some of the references that we got from the Paul W.S. Anderson Alice, if anything. Oh, weirdly enough, the remake Jill, and I mean like the remake Jill, doesn't she look a lot like Alice, like Mila Jovovich? I forgot what the actress's name is. It's like Carrie Hoskins, maybe? No, that's Sonya Blade, I think. Yeah, I can't remember what her name is. Thompson something? I'm not sure. But The lovely, beautiful woman, right? But she looks a lot like Milla. I was wondering if they were trying to go with Milla's likeness for that. But I don't know, maybe that's just a coincidence. There is, however, a costume that's like a reference to Alice's Retribution movie costume. I think that's the one it was in. In the game Resistance, yeah, Jill has a secret costume that's definitely a reference to Milla's costume from Retribution. But I think those are the only times that Capcom ever considered getting anything remotely close to bringing in Alice. Never the character herself, just references. You know, a costume here and there, maybe. A logo font, maybe. Perhaps. But the character? Nah, hombre. If anything, hopefully they might use her as a character in the background that just gets whacked. And they're like, oh no, that was Alice. And then they look at the camera with a little grin. By the way, this video is one of many from my new podcast segment that I've been working on my Patreon. You should join my Patreon. I got something new posted there almost every day. From new videos like reviews, discussions, rants, new concept art from my short stories of the comics that I've been drawing. And there's no censorship there, unlike this tame-ass platform. Yeah, YouTube has been killing creativity for years. For too damn long, if you think about it. I'm just too tired of wasting so much time just trying to figure out a loophole for a specific part of a video that gets flagged. On Patreon, I don't have to worry about that shit and just concentrate on entertaining the viewers. I'm only gonna post on YouTube after I've already posted like 3 or 5 new things on Patreon. Yeah, that platform is getting all my attention now. So I hope to see you there. For now, I bid good day.